You got it? Okay, thanks. Good morning. Gotta light the Christ candle. And the thing ain't working. Is it working? Here, I have something.
I think he's got it.
You got it? Okay, great. Hi. Welcome to Sunday morning, and we are here and alive and all that other good stuff. I want to welcome everyone who's here and all those in the balcony and Love Streaming Land. I'm Reverend Dr. Edith Washington Woods. So grateful to be here with you this morning, coming off of the women's retreat. They're still retreating, which is why you don't see some folks here. And me and Judy are here, though. Hey. And we're just happy to be here and want to, again, welcome everyone who's here. And we're glad to see you. Anyone new? Never been with us before? Hi. Hello. How are you? Did you get a packet? Yes, great. So grateful that you're here. And I'll see you later when we get done. Glad you're here. Thank you. Okay, so why don't we start with an opening prayer? Let's do that prayer thing. I invite you to be still and simply relax into the seat where you're sitting, bringing our full attention to this now moment. Letting go of whatever it took to get here, just let it go, drop it. Let it go. And be here now. And in this moment, this sacred moment we're creating, we join together in prayer. God, the good, that which is everywhere and available, we are grateful. Grateful for this moment that we are sharing. Grateful for the moments that are coming. Maybe be lifted in some way in all that we're doing, all that we're saying, the message, the meditation, the music, and most importantly, all of us. May we gain something to take into our lives when we leave here that brings us closer to knowing that we are all one. Nothing separates us. And for this moment and the moments to come, we give thanks. And so it is. Amen. And now on the board, on the screen, we have our core values. The core values are the things that we consider very important to us and represents who we are as Unity people. And so I'm going to invite us to say them together and then just pick one. I know it's not going to be easy, but one. So let's say our core values together. Community, love in action, prayer, gratitude, abundance, diversity, integrity, youth, adult, and family spiritual education. Okay, which one? Prayer. I heard prayer first. Okay, well, so if we're going to say this is a core value and we give it an action step, what does that mean, prayer? How does that work?
You pray for cupcakes.
Well, see, I bet some cupcakes are out there waiting on you already. Maybe. But maybe it'd be a donut. Maybe it'd be grapes. I saw grapes. Yes, cookies. That'll help. Fruit. What else do we pray for? What is prayer about here in Unity?
Prayer is about aligning with God.
Aligning with God, yes. Prayer. From the textbook?
I haven't even opened it yet.
Yeah. Prayer is our foundation in Unity. Let me just say that. Many of you know that Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, she had a healing experience in 1886. And it was because of her prayer. It was because of her affirmation and denial. She had tuberculosis. And she prayed for 2 years. And so that healing, the physical manifestation of it started in 1888, but we know that with the prayer, it was already happening, yes? That she was already healed that moment, that she got in alignment with it. And so this is who we are. Prayer is our foundation. And I've heard before that if the only prayer you pray is thank you, you've prayed for today. Yeah. Yes.
But I was going to say that I think prayer is a way to align your thoughts.
Yes.
And that you put them out there,
Mm-hmm.
and then the powers that be have the opportunity to work with you on that.
Yes. So prayer can be, yes, the thoughts that we think, right? Every thought is a prayer. There's a song like that. Every thought is a prayer, and the thoughts are prayers. Yeah, and always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Yeah. So anyway, it's an old Unity song that we used to sing all the time. And maybe we'll have to bring that again just so you can remember or get present to. Our thoughts, all of our thoughts can be prayers. So with that, we have a song. Yeah? Is it one of those dancing kind of songs? Yes. Oh, it's Peace Like a River. Okay. If you want to move around, that's fine. You can wiggle in your seat, get up and dance, or just move, stretch, whatever you need to do.
And this one has choreography. So some of you that have been in Unity for a while, I am sure, good morning. I am sure that you know this. So feel free to do the choreography. The only one I know is the mountain. Okay. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got love like a mountain. I've got love like a mountain. I've got love like a mountain in my soul. I've got love like a mountain. I've got love like a mountain. Got love like a mountain in my soul. Instrumental. I've got hope like a forest. I've got hope like a forest. I've got hope like a forest in my soul. I've got hope like a forest. I've got hope like a forest. I've got hope like a forest in my soul. I've got peace. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. Let's do that one more time. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
morning. My name is Judy Velasco, and I'm here to bring you transformational opportunities. First up, we have our open mic night. We hope to see you this Friday, July 18th at 7 p.m. The cost is $30 per person, and Judith will be in the lobby after service if you would like to register to attend. You can also register online via our website. And next Sunday, the 20th, we will be having a Melodious Sunday potluck. Since it's Choir Sunday, we will be having a potluck. Bring a dish to share, and we will gather in the Ed building after service. You don't have to bring a dish to join, but we would appreciate it. And we have 2 free publications for you in the lobby. The summer edition of Pathways magazine is ready for pickup. We also have copies of the Unity publication, The True Spirit of Gratitude. Head over to page 26 to read Reverend Dr. Edith's piece, Gratitude in Loss. And our fall multi-church retreat is coming in September. We will hear more from our senior ministers.
Reverend Russell from Unity of Fairfax.
And I'm Reverend Sylvia from Unity of Washington, D.C.
And I'm Reverend Edith from Unity of Gaithersburg.
And we are here to encourage you to sign up ASAP for our amazing 3-part, 3 churches, 3 centers retreat at Capon Springs here in West Virginia, September 12th to the 14th. And why is this so important, Reverend Sylvia?
Well, it's important because we've all been going through so much energetically. This is our time to relax, to come together, to fellowship, to have fun, to be creative, and to be in nature where healing can take place.
And this place is so amazing. I've never been here before. They have, I haven't. And when we walked in, after we came through the road to get here, it was just like heaven opening up. And then they have this healing water that comes from down underneath the earth, you know, where God is, and God is out here and everything, and it's everywhere, that is going to really make you happy. And we're going to have so much fun. You know what? You want to register. $50 registration by July 31st. That's going to lock you in because it's not that many places. It's, limited number of rooms available. Get yourself locked in. Come on down. Get ready to have some fun. We're going to have so much fun.
Fun, renewal, peace of mind, community building. It's everything that we need right now and that we want right now. And we'll see you at Capon Springs in September.
See you in September.
See you in September.
Bye for now.
And next, our foundation is prayer. Our prayer chaplain for today is David. And see David after service if you would like a time of prayer. There's also a box in the rear of the sanctuary where you can submit prayers, which our prayer team will add to their list for those they pray. The daily word for Sunday, July 13, 2025. Word for today is courage. On this day, let us affirm, God within me is the source of my courage. Repeat slowly with me. God within me is the source of my courage. I invite you to hear these words as your own. Worrisome and challenging events may leave me thinking I don't have the courage to face them. What I'm going through may feel like too much to bear. Then I remind myself that as a divine being, I have all the courage I could ever need. How I view myself has a strong bearing on how I handle moments of stress. If I tell myself I'm weak or unable to cope, that will probably be my experience. But if I affirm that God within is my power to rise above any worldly situation, I will feel courageous, empowered, and strong. Stressful moments may leave me feeling alone and afraid. With the presence and power of God within me, I realize I am never alone and need not fear. This is the source of my courage. And today's Bible verse is from the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. I hereby command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Let us take a moment to reflect on the word for today, courage.
And now is our meditative part of this service. I invite you to join me in closing your eyes. And if you would rather keep them open, I simply request that you have them half open. And focus on one spot in the room. For there is indeed no spot where God is not. And take a moment to notice your breath and how it goes easily in and out. And perhaps even take a gentle, conscious breath, breathing in and gently breathing out. Breathing in and gently breathing out. Letting go. Letting go. And letting go. And taking one more time, taking that conscious breath in, breathing in together, breathing in, and letting it out. Noticing that when we breathe in, we're breathing in the air, the oxygen, that which we all share. And when we're breathing it out, we're breathing it out, sharing in that oneness. And to know in this moment that even though things can be challenging, that when we take a gentle breath in and out, it brings us into the moment and releases any tension, any anxiety, any challenges that may be there, and connects us with the divine. That when we release and let go, it creates a space, like the space between the words. There is a pause. And in the pause, it creates a gap that God's Spirit, infinite presence is. And the more time we put in the gap, the more it pours in. So we release in this moment and create space. releasing and creating space, knowing that that is the space where God shows up. And it lives, moves, and has its being in and through us now. And we take this into the silence where we create this space, where we create this gap together. And we say to ourselves, I am the space where God lives. I am the space where God lives. In the silence, we join our hearts together and go deeper and deeper and deeper. I am. I am. I am the space. I am the space where God lives. May these words be yours. I am the space where God lives. It moves through me. It lives as me. And allow this to resonate through your entire body, for it is. It is in every cell, in every artery, in every vein, in every organ, in all of who we are. We are how God gets around. And as we bring ourselves back to the space and time, may we consider those who may not know, anyone who may be having any challenges at all. And know that as we breathe with and for them. That as we live with and for them. And we call forth love, possibility, generosity, in all words that we stand in. We pray this in the name and through the nature of the Christ presence. And so it is. Amen and amen.
Been through so much, so many ups and downs. You've given your love, but never liked the way it turned out. You closed off your heart, and you carry the weight like a million rocks on your shoulders. But you don't have to wait for an apology or for someone else to make amends. When you can remember that your healing is in your hands, just let it go Inch by inch, just let it go. And do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You'll set yourself free. You've been used, you've been abused. Someone came along who didn't value you. You carry the weight of your heart like a million rocks on your shoulders. But life isn't meant to be perfect, and we won't always win. But you can remember that the healing is in your hands. Just let it go. Inch by inch, just let it go. And do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You set yourself free. You gave it your all. You put your blinders on when you looked around. All of your friends were gone. You took the fall, and you carry the weight like a million rocks on your shoulders. Just let it go. Inch by inch, just let it go. And do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You set yourself free, just let it go. Inch by inch, just let it go. And do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You set yourself free, just let it go. You set yourself free.
You ever felt like you had the weight of the world on your shoulders? Huh? Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Huh? You ever walked around like that and there was stuff? Stuff, lots of stuff. Yeah. And it's like the weight of the world is on our shoulders, right? Like Mr. Letta and the band, what you guys sang was talking about me and maybe some of you. Oh, maybe you out in the balcony. You carry this stuff around and arms are held heavy, weighted down. Why don't we let it go? What do you think? Why we don't want to let stuff go? Because we don't want to. Addicted to suffering? Tied to our story. Ugh. And then we look around in there and we take it off. Oh, man. But we don't want to look in the bag, don't we? Because we don't know what's in there. And we look in the bag, and there's all sorts of stuff in here. Napkins, what? Why I have a napkin in there? Why? Because I might need it later. you know, to wipe the lipstick off, or my my eyebrows. No, I was thinking about my forehead, the brow. Is that what it's called, the brow? Yeah, that part. Or, oh. You know what these are? The little tabs that you put inside a little sticky, when you want to make sure that you don't forget the page you're on. Why is that in my bag? I might need it for the book I'm reading. I might need it for the book I'm reading. Maybe it's my coloring book. So I can put a tab in there for the page I really want to color. Maybe that's why I would need it. Or maybe, why am I holding on to this? So I was traveling this past week to visit my children for a couple of days of fun. And this is what they gave me when I checked in my bag. Have you ever went in your office or something and you found this kind of, and you wonder, why didn't you throw it away? It serves no purpose. But we're called to let it go, inch by inch. Yep, see? There's Elizabeth. She's not got one, she's got two.
My luggage.
You know, and we hold on to this stuff, right? I got some 3-hour, coffee breath. You don't want to have it on the plane, and you talk to the person next to you. And then I have a scarf. Those of you who see me before service, because it's trying to keep the grays down. All this stuff, it's just stuff. Vitamins. Gotta have some vitamins. Wait a minute. Look, not one, 2 bags of earrings. Because I can't make up my mind which color would be the color. And I have various colors just in case. And we do this, right? We do this. We carry this stuff around with us because we think we might need them. I will need that. And that's what we do, right? And the song said, just let it go. But it's not easy, is it? And sometimes we just need to drop it like it's hot. Like a hot potato. Just drop it. Because you wouldn't hold on to a hot potato, would you? Huh? No.
Depends how hungry you are.
But if it's hot, you could burn your fingers.
Well, that's why you have to do that.
Oh, you have to toss the potato. Okay, the juggle the potato. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Don't drop it like it's hot. Don't drop it like it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. And now my fingers are burned. But the potato is going to be so good. Well, it was this guy named Carl he lived in New York City. You know how it is there, right? The skyscrapers are so tall that they're kind of kissing, almost, it seems like it anyway, like they're kissing the clouds. And if you go around at night, especially like Times Square, the neon lights are just brighter than bright. They're just super bright. Now, maybe 25 years ago, they weren't quite like that, but I think they just keep getting that they need to light up the night. And so it's so many neon lights there. If you haven't been there, you should go and check it out. It's only, 2 or 3 hours away from here? Very, very close. So Carl, he took his backpack everywhere he went. And it had all sorts of stuff in there. He had his laptop was in there. Yep, here I am. He had his tablet in there. He had a bunch of tangled up cords in the bag. He had all of these knickknacks from conferences he had gone to in the past year, 2 years, 5. And he couldn't figure out why his shoulders were slumping down. And he knew there was something to that, but he didn't know what it was. He just knew that this stuff was really heavy. And it was so heavy that it was becoming a burden. When he would get on the A train, if you know about the A train, then his commute seemed longer because he was carrying around his bag of stuff. And one evening after a very exhausting day, He went to his favorite cafe. You fill in the blank, I won't. And there was this barista who made like the best lattes. And sometimes would even put lavender in it. If you ever had a lavender latte, it is like delicious. And this barista had a knack for really noticing people's body language and would know if they were kind of having a little challenge. So he said to the gentleman, how are you doing? Are you having a rough day? And Carl was like, yeah, I'm having a rough day. I've got all this stuff that I'm holding on to, and I don't know why I hold on to it. I think I'm supposed to have it. I'm dragging it around. It's dragging me down. What am I supposed to do? So this barista, his name is Silas. And he said, here's a really hot cup of coffee. And you have to think about your life like a cup of coffee. It's better when it's fresh and steaming. It's better if it's fresh and steaming. So think about it. Nobody wants to drink a cup of coffee if it's been sitting for a couple of days, right? Except me. But ask me about it later. I'll tell you why. I have a whole reason why I can have shots of coffee sitting in cups. Yeah, right. It still tastes good, I'm just saying. But anyways, back to the story. So he said, it's better if it's fresh. It's actually a little lighter in the flavor of it, the aroma of it, if any of you like coffee. Or if you like tea, right? That the flavor and the aroma of it is better that day. And he said, consider that when you're thinking about letting go. So Carl went to the corner table and he ordered a potato. And Silas brought him that potato. It was a baked potato, it had all the stuff on it, that you like, right? What do you like in a potato? Brown sugar? Sour cream, brown sugar. What else? Bacon, butter, chives. More bacon. Crispy bacon, a little bit of cheese. Black pepper. See, look at that. You guys might have to have a potato when you go home. And Silas came over to him. He said, be careful not to touch it, because if it's so hot, you might drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Don't drop it. Please don't drop that potato and all that sour cream all over my floor. But Carl began to understand that the things that he had that was so heavy, kind of like in my bag, that maybe he did need to drop it like it was hot. That the metaphor was dropping it like it's hot is like releasing whatever no longer serves us. That if we consider dropping it like it's hot, maybe it would be easier to let it go. Yeah. And he began to understand why things had been getting so heavy over the years. And it's kind of like our power of the month, which is spiritual power of the month, is understanding. And understanding is the ability to really understand, comprehend something, right? To really get. There must be some reason why I'm holding on to this stuff. And perhaps the reason is that we're afraid to try something new, maybe. That we're used to what it used to be like. Oh, it should be like that. You know, what happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 50 years ago, yeah? But when we really think about it, we don't want to go back, do we? No. I cannot go back to riding my tricycle. There are things that are just really impossible, unless you get a really big tricycle, like a Coastal has in the garage. She has enrolled number ones and has traveled across the country with us, okay? They do. They have adult tricycles. You know that, right? And they have little baskets on them, make it like cute.
One of my favorite things I've ever seen was an older gentleman riding one of those down the main street.
Yeah.
with 3 little white Pomeranians sitting in a basket.
See?
It's just the cutest thing you'll ever.
It is just the cutest thing when you see what he was saying is he saw a old man riding one of those adult tricycles in the name of the, what was it? The animals? Huh? Pomeranians. Is that a dog? A little dog. 3 little dogs named Pomeranians. Imagine that. Little furry ones, yes. And they're probably all cousins. And it would look so cute. So go get you one of those. Big adult, nope, don't do it. Okay. But the point is that we really can't go back to like this one. It's not possible. We can't go back so far back that we're crawling. Well, I guess you could crawl if you want to, but it's not like you would be crawling to learn how to crawl. We can't go back to not being able to write our name. We already know how to do that. And so when we're thinking about going back, we can go back in our memory and think how fun it was. But the ability to comprehend something, to understand something, like here I am in my body at this age doing the things that I love to do. And letting go of the past, like dropping it like it's hot. Now, with understanding, the color that is associated with understanding is what? Gold. Some of us have on gold. And the location is the front of the brain. Kind of like last month when we had imagination, they're kind of situated with each other because you can't have an imagination if you don't understand it's possible to have it. Yes? And so we look at understanding for this month. And the disciple that is associated with understanding is Thomas. Why? Because he doubted everything. Doubting Thomas. Doubting Thomas. He had to learn how to see beyond what he could see. To look beyond the appearances. So yeah, there are some things that are appearing in this bag that I probably need to let go of. But I had some extra strength Tylenol in my bag, and someone had a headache yesterday at the women's retreat. Do you know when I actually used that Tylenol? No, I've used it, but it probably was never used when it was in that bag. Mm-hmm. I just had it just in case I needed it. I don't have headaches. Why would I need it? I think it was because the person needed it yesterday. And I just happen to have 650 milligrams per pill. Right? So we hold on to stuff because we think we might need it again later. So Carl began to unpack his bag. And he looked at every single thing. And he thought, you know what? If it's something that I don't need, I'm going to drop it like it's hot in the recycle bin. So he found an old smartphone that he thought he might have purchased in like 2013. That's really old, isn't it? So he dropped it like it's hot in the recyclable bin. He saw his little tablet. He didn't even remember when he turned it on last. He tried to turn it on, it didn't turn on. So he went through this mangle of cords, trying to find the right cord to plug it in, and not one of the cords fit. So he dropped those cords like it's hot in the recyclable bin. And he started dropping things out of that backpack. And he noticed that as he did that, he felt a little lighter. So why do we want to release and let go of things? We want to release and let go of things because it helps us to feel lighter. It helps us to create that gap. Yeah? Like when we were meditating earlier, and we have all of these words we use, right? Have you ever talked to someone, someone who lives in New York City, and they start talking and they go, and you're like, what did they say? There was no space. I do not understand. Can we just slow it down a little bit? Like my granddaughter, I have a granddaughter who's 16. She's born on my birthday. I manifested her for my birthday. She said, Grandma, I have a record player. You probably used to have one of those. I said, yes. I have an album. She had an album, a real vinyl album. But it wasn't black vinyl, so like many of us remember. It was like gold or yellow or something. I was like, whoa, that's kind of interesting. And it was a Motown. It was Motown artist. So I put it on and I put the needle on. I remember how to do that. I put the needle on and it was going around and around and around. And my oldest son and I were dancing to Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, a song. And they were just laughing and stuff. And my 20-year-old, 80-year-old granddaughter was filming us because they never saw their grandmother and their father dance, right? And we were just doing the thing, and all that. And then I was listening to Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, and I went, that doesn't sound like them. So I go and look it up on my Spotify, right? And I'm sure my granddaughter, I said, listen to this. Does that sound like that? And she says, no. I said, so something's wrong. It must be the RPMs, as if they knew what an RPM was. And I noticed later, as I was eating dinner, because the record player was sitting next to the dining room table, a little button. And the button was a pitch, something called a pitch. And you could make the pitch higher or lower. So I turned that pitch up and I went, that's what was wrong. It wasn't that they made the song different. The pitch was too low. So I turned it up and I was all happy and everything. But the point that I'm making is, sometimes we see something that appears a certain way that is not actually it. So it's appearing like I made up that something was wrong with either the way they did the vinyl, maybe because it wasn't black, or maybe because they recorded it again. I made up all this stuff in my mind, and it wasn't that at all. What? It was just a ding pitch. The pitch was too low. And once I figured it out, which I didn't know I needed to, then it was the sound that it needed to sound. And so Carl realized that as he was letting go of things, dropping it like it's hot, like a hot potato, that he could move forward in his own life. And our Bible verse helps us to understand what that means. It comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 18 and 19, and this is what it says. Do not remember the former things, or consider the things of old. I am about to do a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Like, do you not perceive that all things are possible? Because they are. And anytime we feel like it says, I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. So anytime we feel like there is challenges in our lives, perhaps we're being called to create this space, to create this gap. So the former things fall away. So we're able to drop it like it's hot, all the stuff that no longer serves us, right? That we're being called to do that as a practice. And since this month I'm working with the Quran, I said I'm planning to take you every month through some faith-based community to see what do they say that's very similar to what we're learning. So in the Quran, chapter 2, verse 134, it says, that was a nation which has passed on. It will have what it earned, and you will have what you have earned, and you will not be asked about what they used to do. So in their interpretation, I'm going to say in their metaphysical interpretation, even though they don't know necessarily what metaphysical is, they say this, that former days are gone and done with, and that you benefit nothing by carrying them everywhere, by turning back on the wheels of history. It says the person who lives in the past is like someone who tries to saw sawdust. Have you ever sawed sawdust? Do you want to go back that far to do it? I don't think so. I don't even like the smell of sawdust. Ooh. But you see, when we want to go back and cling to the past, it perhaps keeps us from moving forward. It goes on to say in its interpretation of that Bible, that verse from the Quran, our tragedy is that we are incapable of dealing with the present. Oh. It said everything on earth marches forward, preparing for a new season, and so should you. So you see, we have spiritual texts that come from various spiritual communities that we can relate with, yes? Like last week when I was talking about in the Quran, and people didn't know that they could be anything like us because you hear things, right? You hear things that people do horrible things in these spiritual communities, but they actually do really great things too. That there are things that we can align ourselves with that they do, that we do, right? That even if we look inside of Christianity, there are many times when in Christianity they've done things, killed people, put them in jail, enslaved them, you name it, in the name of the book. But there are also these other great things, right? Like love your neighbor as yourself. And so when we're looking at dropping it like it's hot, like a hot potato, maybe dropping some of our own beliefs, maybe dropping some of the things that we've been told or conditioned to believe. Maybe we'll just believe what we believe. Maybe we'll create what's possible for ourselves. Maybe we'll stop thinking that other people can tell us how to think and think about it. Like we have the ability to create our own world through our thoughts, yes? That our third basic unity principles say thoughts are things. We create our own thoughts, right? Thoughts are prayers. We create our own prayers. But we can actually use this plethora of prayers and possibilities that is all over the world, that is all over various faith communities, that'll speak to us the same way. Yeah. So yeah, we can drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. And our affirmation can assist us with letting go. I'm going to say it once and then invite you to say it with me. I am dropping like it's hot everything that no longer serves me. Together? I am dropping like it's hot everything that no longer serves me. So we're going to do it again, but we're going to use our arms and body and all that kind of thing. I'm going to show you what I mean. So we're going to say, I am dropping it like it's hot. Everything that no longer serves me, and push it out the way, all right? Let's do it. I am dropping it like it's hot. Everything that no longer serves me. Get out, get out, get out. Okay, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let Yes, I'm only here for God. Sing it with me if you know it. I release and I let go. The Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release, and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Thank you, Ms. Deleta, and our Namaste Band. And thank you, Reverend Dr. Edith, for that wonderful message. And now it's time for our giving and generosity. Our inner lights are always on, but our outer lights need to be paid. So there's many ways that you can give. And there's envelopes in the back of your chair that you can place on the bin in the back. There's our website, there's texting, and there's also a QR code. And altogether, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am so grateful.
2, 3, 4.
Good morning. So Keith, did the copier get fixed? Okay, so here's the deal. It's National Pandemonium Day. So I went and used the copier, and it worked, and did what it was supposed to do. Then all of a sudden, it didn't work. And Keith had to, really do a real deep dive to figure out what was going on with the copy machine. And I had to just walk away. I was like, I'm really sorry. It really did do what I needed it to do. And I really feel bad about that. So be warned, it is National Pandemonium Day. Also, we have some special visitors here today. Tammy and Derek, come here. So Tammy is a YOU leader from Unity of Fairfax. And she came to visit with us today, and there was a little bit of a mix-up. Derek is a Regi for the Eastern region, and he's going off to, where are you going to, Derek? Okay, Virginia Tech or IYOU. So let's give him a hand for that.
He's a senior also from Unity of Fairfax. And they came to meet with Tavion, who actually is in an Uber on his way here because they had agreed to meet, and because they didn't involve the adult in it, I didn't know they were coming. So anyhow, that's what's happening. So in honor of National Pandemonium Day, people were supposed to wear their clothes backwards or inside out, so my clothes are on backwards today. And they made themselves hats. So we got a peanut and love and all kinds of fancy hats here. This guy right here actually, remember 2 weeks ago he came in wearing a whole full suit dressed as a robot out of a paper bag. He actually wanted to take the felt and create a fashion statement with it and create clothing. So you know what? I'm going to make sure that we scare up a sewing machine for this guy and some fabric, because have at it. Because I've actually seen young people on YouTube making fabric, so he's your next cash cow here. Okay. Yes. Yes, absolutely. So we want to encourage all of that. And tell me why this clown. This is a clown, she says. Tell me about your clown. It says Peanut on it. Tell me about your clown.
His name is Peanut the Sad Clown.
And why is he a sad clown?
'Cause it's funny.
Okay, yes. And Karaya is always the fashion plate. Love.
Because you should always spread love and kindness.
Yes. And they actually also asked for some special remembrance and prayer because their grandfather transitioned a few days ago. So for Grandpa Favorite, right? Grandpa Favorite. So remember them in your prayers this week. Okay. Who wants to do the children's blessing? Who wants to go first? Okay.
I am the light, I live as the light.
You want it? Okay.
I am the light, I live like the light.
Okay, you.
You are the light
Of the world.
of the world.
You live.
You live as the light.
Yes, all of us.
And now stand for our closing songs. So you know, this month we always celebrate the birthdays and anniversaries, and we have Karaya and the twins who had a birthday just this past week. And so we just want to say happy birthday to you guys. Happy birthday. So I invite you during the week to look at what you need to drop it like it's hot, like a hot potato. Don't drop the potato, but drop something else. Maybe it's some old crumpled up napkin in your car or on your table. You're not like me. But anyway, just let it go. What no longer serves us. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye. See y'all later.
Today I choose to be grateful, so grateful today. I choose to be grateful, grateful today. I choose to be grateful, so grateful today. I choose to be grateful, grateful today. I choose to be happy, so happy today. I choose to be happy, happy today. I choose to be peaceful, so peaceful today. I choose